Good evening, Speed Gaming. I am Code Gorilla, and I am here with KFAL and Just Chris, and we are bringing you another round of the Crystalis Randomizer Tournament 2024 for Speed Gaming Live. KFAL, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Once I figure out how to mute us here, there we go. All right, sorry, I closed everything out, but we're good. We got a good race between Axe and Show. It's gonna be a great time. As we Code and I were talking before this race, this is a flag set that I really wish I would have had a chance to race with, but I just did not have the time. So I'm really glad to have the opportunity to commentate and watch as they do this fantastic race. So.
Yeah, these flags are a lot of fun. We've got kind of the new thing going on for this year's tournament is the randomized wild warp flags, which means you're going to get a bunch of different locations that you can warp to automatically. You know, by default, wild warp is set to just send you back to the beginning of the game, just to make sure as like an anti-soft lock protection. But in the vanilla game, wild warp was a cheat code you could use to move around to a bunch of different places throughout the game. In the randomizer, if you randomize it, it now just picks a bunch of random screens. And there's actually a small modification to it, brand new for this tournament, where it's instead of it always being 16 different locations, it's now a random number from 4 to 16. So sometimes you get seeds where you get a lot of wild warps. Sometimes you get seeds where you get 4 and they're all garbage. So adds a lot of variance to these seeds.
So as we get started here, we might see the runners, once they pick up their first leaf checks, they might go through those wild warps and see what they've got, sort of have an idea of where they're going to go.
Yeah, although they did just immediately pick up the windmill key, so for once you could actually not do wild warps right off the bat. But it looks like Show is straight to the wild warps. Looks like we had one to the shack. We've got another one here to... This is Wind Valley. And Axe actually did not check any wild warps at all, and is going straight to turning in that windmill key.
When you get that windmill key, it's an automatic check, so I don't disagree with this check.
Yeah, definitely. You get 4 very early on. Now, as it turns out, one of the wild warps very early in the cycle basically put you here anyways, so...
Yep.
Oh, interesting. It looks like...
I'm sorry.
It looks like Axe turned on the windmill and then started checking wild warps.
Well, one of the warps will always take you back to the mezzanine shrine, so...
Yeah.
If he ends up back there, he could just go and check that. It looks like the mezzanine, the windmill cave was a warp boot, so it wasn't a key item that you needed.
Yeah. Interesting. We've got... Oh, there's our Sword of Wind in the windmill cave.
With these flags, too, you've got the randomized palettes and the randomized music, so it can be very disorienting to runners who are very used to the vanilla music and palettes of each cave and each location, so...
Alright, it looks like Axe has now made it through the full cycle of wild warp locations. The other interesting one we had was Pyramid. So we won't need Flight to kill Dragon 1, but we are still going to need it to get into Crypt later on.
Windsword
there is a slim possibility with these flags of getting a seed that does not require Flight at all. I think Mashma and I, when we raced, nearly had that and then ended up finding Flight anyways. But
Show's already at the top of... He's already got the sword to break Saber North already.
Yeah, it looks like Sword of Wind is the right sword for a couple of different caves so far. Got Axeman going through Sealed Cave here, while Show goes through the Pyramid. Probably see Show do the full Pyramid.
Yeah,
I mean,
these flags too also have the vanilla shops, and the shop glitch is still on, so you can get some stuff for free if you find a good shop.
yeah, absolutely. And the runners do have... They have to get through Sealed Cave, but once you do, you have access to Bryn Mawr, which notably has a spot where you can steal warp boots for free. Also medical herbs if you need healing. So that tends to be like one of the shops you should steal from the most, just because it's easy to get to. You usually find it pretty early on, and it's free warp boots.
Well, Show's taken out Dragon 1 here, and Dragon 1 doesn't have any iframes, but with level 1, every attack is doing 1 HP damage, so it took him a little bit of time, but he got through it.
Yeah. You know, not the what's it called? Not the Dragon 1 you'd hope to have, but you know, passable. And fine for the tools that you have, which is basically nothing.
But it's necessary because destroy mode is on, so you do have to kill him.
Yep.
So he has Dragon 1 out of the way and the entirety of the pyramid out of the way.
But yeah, it does seem like our way forward is going to be in the Cordell region.
And with Axe picking up the ivory statue, it shows the randomized names of the turn-in items is not on. So
yeah, although it does look like we've hit the very small % chance where every single item name is misspelled. That is a thing that can happen when you're not using unidentified items. Just as a little Easter egg, and it has happened to every single name that I've seen so far. Alright, we see Sho walking back into Windmill Cave, because after doing everything else, there's not really much else to be done with the Wild Warp locations. You could go to the Portoa region, but Cordell is probably the play. Oh, wait, no, you can't even get to the Portoa region. I was thinking of a different warp spot in Mount Saber North. No, they got the one that goes to the prison. So they'd still have to go through Hillbesk 1 and the key to prison to be able to get to the Portoa region.
Captain Telefrag is the name of our vampire tonight.
I'm a big fan of that one.
Britton has let us know in chat that it's the internet. No one spells anything right anymore. So
yeah, it looks like Saber West is firewall, so nothing doing there yet. This appears to be Carissa Plant Cave, and it needs Sword of Thunder. Axe is now going back to actually take care of Dragon 1, because he didn't have this sword when he was here the first time. Meanwhile, Sho is out in the Cordell region.
As Matrick points out in chat, that looks like this might be a required Hell Run. Hell Run is when you have to run through the poisonous marsh before Oak without the gas mask or the hazmat suit in the randomizer.
I will say it's not as bad in this flag set because you can steal a bunch of medical herbs from Bryn Mawr for free. So you don't have to grind money for it, as long as you have enough HP that your herbs actually let you survive. And I think it's like, what, 5 herbs? Maybe 6 at level 1 with good movement.
Sho has the warp boots. I mean, not the warp boots. Sho has the rabbit boots and has checked the rabbit boot spot in Saber West, but he cannot break the wall. It's an ice wall, so that is a very, very commonly forgotten spot. And when I say commonly forgotten spot, it means the spot that I always forget and get hung up on.
It looks like both runners are heading up to Kelbesk 1 to see if that is a possible fight. You kind of like to hit Kelbus 1 at low scaling if possible, but we'll see. Nothing doing, though.
Not the wind sword.
So yeah, we're definitely not getting to the Portola region that way anytime soon.
Patrick is very excited for the Hell Run.
Yeah. The only other thing I think that's available at the moment are a couple of checks here on Mount Saber North. Which I think it makes sense to do those first, just in case one of them is like telepathy, so that you don't have to... you can get all your Hell Run out of the way all at once. But yeah. Looks like Sho went ahead and went down to the bottom there, whereas Axe is doing Saber North in reverse. Slightly different routing. I haven't personally timed it to see which is faster.
Yeah, it is. It's hard to say, especially with the Wad Warp.
Okay, we did get a statue of Onyx.
We currently have the Ivory statue and the statue of Onyx. I forgot where the Ivory statue was, but I believe the Ivory statue was in the Leaf Cave.
That sounds right.
And there's Bert. That is Bert, B-U-R-T, not to be confused with his brother, B-E-R-T, Bert.
And it looks like Bert is guarding a Mimic today, so... just that one statue here. We do have this very convenient Wild Warp. Oh, not that convenient. It just takes us to the Zebu's Cave. I thought for a moment that was the Cordell end of... Ah, there we go. Telepathize.
Telepathize.
So yes, it was actually good to go get the items out of Saber North first. That way you already have telepathy when you get to Oak.
So Akahana wanted the Ivory statue, so the turn-ins are randomized.
Yes. Yeah. Just happened to be randomized to the vanilla option this time. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Hellrun is... I mean, that's clearly what Axe is doing, and looks like Sho's getting ready for that too. Yep. Especially once you pick up the telepathy, like, it seems pretty clear that that's where the seed wants you to go.
And we got a Hell Run from Axe, which he is... I don't know if he has enough medical herbs to get through this. It's
you know what? Tight. You know what he's got? He's got an opal statue. He's gonna be fine.
He's fine. Yeah.
Didn't even pop the opal. He's fine.
Didn't even need it. Yep.
But yeah, you do have to teleport out of there, unfortunately, to restock those medical herbs to make the second half of the Hell Run.
But he will absolutely check the... I would imagine he would check the Stom fight at this point. And he's using taking full advantage of that shop glitch to get some free warp boots and medical herbs. Oh, he's...
Looks like he's going to rescue the child first.
Okay.
That kind of makes sense to me. Doing the Stom fight is going to take you kind of far away. Ooh, this is going to be tight.
Oh boy! Wow! Oh no!
Broke the opal in the last possible moment.
Yeah.
Well,
he was one tick away from that.
So at least it was broke the opal, and all of that for a Sword of Fire.
Very worth it. Zero says Taskbot would have been able to do that opalus.
I'm sure. Taskbot probably would have done ridiculous pause shenanigans to not take any damage through the swamp there. Although maybe not, it's probably faster to just take the damage. But alright, this Sword of Fire gives us access to Saber West, or Saber South if you prefer.
Show's going back into the windmill cave.
So he is.
Phil
I
forgot
wonder
to
why.
get any boots, and he has no money.
Ah,
Wow.
that'll do it.
There's my dudes right there. Show just sidesteps him right there.
I feel like for show it would still be faster to wild warp to the top of Saber North and go to Nadare's. I forget if Nadare's has boots you can steal, or if you still have to pay some amount of money for them. Alright. Meanwhile, Axe has made it over to Saber North or West. And we're checking that tornado bracelet spot first. And we've got the Sorg of Chunker, so we're going somewhere else. By which I mean we're wasting a pair of warp boots, because getting the Joel does absolutely nothing for us. Alright, Axe is going to take the opportunity to clear out Carissa Plant Cave here. Given that one of the wild warps heads here. Anti-slime pill, which I'm pretty sure is a fruit of refund. Then go back to the wild warp spot to get back into the middle of the cave and go get the chest that's in the middle. A bunch of robots in the middle part here, but... And another anti-slime pill. And then Axe seems to be walking out for some reason. At some point, Axe is going to remember that he does not have the Sword of Water and will not be able to do anything with this. There we go. Yeah, Axe heading once again to Kelbesk to check to see if he's weak to thunder.
We're fine.
Meanwhile, we've got Sho doing that hell run to rescue the child.
And that'll pick him up his Sword of Fire. Axe with his Sword of Fire and Thunder is a big advantage at this point. Oh, not Thunder. Oh,
Alright, so we need the last sword to be able to actually defeat Kelbesk 1. And honestly, I think that means we're going to need Sword of Water to get to the rest of the game. Like, I don't think there's any way to get out of Cordell and Wind Valley without Sword of Water.
Or Flight, but...
Flight. Okay, Flight would do it, because you could fly out of the pyramid. Or fly out of the, fly out of a bunch of different places.
And this is where these flags with the randomized music and the palettes really can disorient you, because it's you have to take a second to think about where you are and where you're going, where you're warping to.
Yep.
So Sho is going to go see if Kelbesk is weak to fire and is going to be sorely disappointed.
Yep. Looks like Axe is heading over to the Storm fight, but I'm guessing the actual progress is somewhere on Saber West. Because Axe only did the one check there before getting teleported out. Alright.
Magic ring for Storm.
And looks like he was looking for the Blizzard Bracelet.
Well, the Rabbit Boots spot in Saber West was blocked by ice. So I don't think either runner has gone and checked that since.
No, that's where the Sword of Thunder was.
Oh, okay, sorry. I had stepped away for a second, so...
Yeah. No, that's where Axe found the Sword of Thunder, but because he did that first and hasn't done the rest of Mount Saber West. So...
Paralyzing
that is what he's off
spider.
to do now.
Very disappointed that it's not the paralyzing spider. So. Oh, there it is.
Yep,
All
there's that
swords.
4th sword.
So this seed is gonna go pretty quick.
Yeah, all 4 swords very early on. Now, Axe teleported out of there. Immediately Wild Warped out. It's like, I'm not going to do the rest of Mount Saber North. That's a long climb. I'm going to abandon the 2 other checks there until I have to come back for Tornell later anyways. And looks like he's going to use Carissa Plant Cave here to get out into the Waterfall Valley region.
Well, with all 4 swords, he can check everything at this point.
Excuse me.
Blush you, I think.
Yeah, sorry. I've been recovering from a bit of an illness lately. And I forgot to mute my microphone that time. But yeah, there are a lot of checks in this region that you can now get most of, but we're gonna need either flight or figuring out the whole shell flute thing. Oh, there is a bow.
I mean, the whole seed at this point is now completely open, minus anything blocked by flight. So,
well, that's the thing, though, is they can't currently cross the ocean, so the entire back half of the game is still inaccessible.
Yeah, that is true.
Now, flight would fix that, but so would shell flute and the right trade-in item.
Right, and we do have rabbit boots, so might be leaning a little towards ghetto flight, possibly.
Yeah, but again, that still needs Vanilla Dolphin is on in these flags, so that'll need both the shell flute and the.
Oh, Axe is happy with whatever he just found.
He found a soft, also known as the fruit of lime.
Axe needs to stomp on it.
All right, smog lamp. And the dolphin flute. Okay, well that's
So
probably our trade-in and our shell flute. So there we go.
And as Zero points out in chat, the orb of wind is taming the angry sea. The boat guy probably wants a ivory statue or whatever. Oh, the smog lamp. There we go.
Another vanilla trade-in, interestingly enough.
So now we have the.
What is that Kraken doing there?
And now since we have vanilla dolphin interaction, the Kensu will not drop an item in that little hut there.
Right, Kensu is just going to enable the... I like Axe going to Joel purely on muscle memory, forgetting that the Sword of Thunder already took him there.
We have in the watery pass. Did he missed it? There he is.
Pocket Rooster. Alarm Flute. Axe is getting a kick out of these names, as am I.
Pocket Rooster. That's great.
Alright. So we're off to ESI.
Now, as quick as things are going, one of the major challenges we're going to see is the lower levels, because we're at scaling 15 already, but at level 4. So everything's opened up. They can go through stuff, but bosses are gonna take a while.
Yep.
So X-ray glasses there.
Yep. Means Sleeping Kensu is on the table now.
As is the Windmill Guard.
Yep. Meanwhile, Sho is still looking for that Sword of Water. and appears to be walking down from Saber North to try and go find it.
Zero points out in chat here that Show is losing a lot of time with the warp boots management. It's you know, warp boots are getting you around a lot in this seed.
Yeah. Well, it can be tough sometimes with the wild warp flag because you think, oh, I have all these extra warp points. I can just use them to get around. But at some point you realize that, no, like, even with all the extra warp points, it's still better to just use a bunch of warp boots. Especially after the early part of the seed where you've cleared out all the checks that aren't near any of the wild warp points.
Right. Well, with these flags too, it's easy to think that to underestimate the versatility of the warp boots.
Yep.
You think that your wad warp can take care of all that stuff, but a lot of times it doesn't. And I like the left side of that Evil Spirit Island cave was all mimics.
Oh yeah, 2 mimics in the canal.
And
all right, we got a Kalika plant. Yep.
Kalika plant, yeah.
All right, Axe is like, I'm not going to do this just yet. I have something else I want to go do first.
He set his warp point. The randomizer does now set Zombie Island as a warp point. Show has found his final sword, so Show now has all 4 swords. Or was that the... yeah, no, he's got all 4.
Yeah, but it looks like Show is going to go ahead and do the rest of Saber West first. Meanwhile, Axe, it looks like, is going to go use that Pocket Rooster. Do a couple of these side checks. Probably looking for just better combat tools for fighting Sabera 1.
Yeah, finding all 4 swords this early really gets a runner like, oh crap, what do I do? Because everything's open at this point, and there's so many options.
I missed what was halfway up Saber West because I was watching Axe at the time. But Show is near the peak of Saber West.
Thank you for Cesardia with the raid for Speedgaming.
Right. Sounds like it was just Magic Ring halfway up. Sleeping Kensu has a Bow of Sun. So we've got the Bow of Sun and the Bow of Truth now, I believe. On Axe's side?
Yeah, or the bows are not randomized, so if we have both bows, yeah.
This is shaping up to be a real quick one. We need, what, one more bow flight, and that could be it.
Yeah, this is the absolute definition of a jet seed, if I've ever seen one.
Could also be that we need change to be able to get to flight. You know, change would get us to the Goa region right now.
Yes.
With Ghetto Flight.
It's interesting to at almost 30 minutes, we still haven't seen the Goa region.
Right, yeah. This is honestly a lot more linear than you usually see out of these randomizer seeds, even especially with the randomized wild warp.
So it looks like, well, obviously Kelbesk would have to be water, so Show's taking out Kelbesk 1. Oh, all bows.
That's...
Man.
Wow. Just wow. Okay.
You see Axe's reaction there, too.
There will be no bow hunt this seed.
No bow hunt.
We're a flight away from boss rush go mode.
Really, yeah, so...
Zero does mention in the chat that the The one thing that Show has over Axe right now is a love pendant from the top of Saber West. If that ends up being something important, that could be a way for Show to get back in this. But I mean, the other thing is it could turn into a prolonged hunt for flight at some point, at which point it's just up to luck of who checks the right spot first.
And that's one of the worst feelings when you have all the swords and all the bows that early and you're hunting for that one item. That is just absolute misery.
Yeah. Now it's not too bad so far because there's still a lot of required ground that you have to check. Like you have to go through all of Goa still.
Yeah, with story mode on, you have to kill all bosses. That's all the generals, all 2 forms. Well, the only form of Carmine, but you still got to take care of all that stuff, and they still have no access to Goa at all.
Yeah. Now, let's see. Axe picked up an orb of water in Severa's fortress here.
We got the key to Stixie, but we still can't get there yet.
Actually, I think you'll find that was actually the key to Styx. Correctly spelled this time.
Oh, right.
Ah, also known as
Paralyze.
Yeah, paralyze. So that means the trade-in in Swan could be in play.
Yep. Depends on what he wants. I think we still have the ivory statue that hasn't been turned in yet.
The ivory statue and the Carissa plant.
Right, and we know that the turn-ins are randomized, so they could want that. Where Axe is here trying to activate his Ghetto Flight. Looking like me trying to get Ghetto Flight going.
Ghetto Flight is probably the most difficult glitch you see regularly used in these races.
That's this area in Joel is not the easiest place to do Ghetto Flight. So I'm surprised Axe was trying that there. Probably just because that's where he landed, but
yeah.
It's a lot easier here at the shrine.
Oh.
And Chris asked if it's been patched. No, Ghetto Flight is on in this flag set. So
I will also note that Show picked up an Orb of Wind from from Aurelius's house, Aurelius's basement, which is going to matter when it comes to Sabera 1, because Sabera 1 happened to be weak to wind. So that makes, a small difference there.
watching Axe try to do a Ghetto Flight here, it makes me feel a lot better about the
Yeah.
the seat that I lost because I couldn't get going. Although, to be fair, the one that I lost, it was a question mark whether Ghetto Flight was on, so...
Yeah. See, you know what this is? This is, Axe has been doing that, glitchless vanilla Crystalis speedrun, and, has lost the knack for doing the glitches. Alright, there we go. This has got that, Ghetto Flight going now. Alright. All that work, and watch Kensu here want the love pendant. At least you've got the warp spot now, so you don't have to go do, you don't have to do that Ghetto Flight ever again. Nope, wants the Carissa plant, and has... I think, yeah, that's flight. That's go mode. That is straight up go mode for Axe. it's still gonna be a while because he has to go through all of Goa. But Axe is doing a crypt dive. I'm not sure why Axe is doing a crypt dive, but Axe is doing that crypt dive. I'm probably just looking for more combat tools before going into Goa, I have to imagine. Like, you are only level 6, you have a level... you're at 23 scaling currently. So, having any bracelet would be nice. You know, Sword Charge Glitch is on. It is an option here. Although it can be kind of hard to use in Goa very effectively. Especially if you're going in blind and don't know what the various walls and bosses are weak to.
Sorry, I stepped away for a second. Did we get Goa access yet?
Yes, we found Flight.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Pensu and Swan had Flight. And Axe immediately went and did a crypt dive, presumably looking for combat tools of some kind.
Right, yeah.
Meanwhile, it would appear Sho has made his way to Waterfall Cave. Did not go straight to ESI like Axe did, and is going to check out the Portoa region first. We'll see if he also does Fog Lamp.
With Rabbit Boots, I mean, for the generals, still being able to charge while moving is a big thing. So, I mean, Axe, with his familiarity with vanilla, might just go and kill everything and let's go.
Certainly could, although I understand wanting to have some sort of combat tools. Most of your swords are level 1 right now. Like, I don't care how good you are at the fights, they're still just gonna take a long time.
Right.
With your current stats.
Well, Axe only has the ball of water.
Yep.
But Sword Charge Glitch is on in this one, so if he finds one bracelet, that could be it for him.
Yeah, they're tricky. Sword Charge Glitch is always tricky to use in Goa specifically, because there aren't a lot of spots in the middle of Goa. There's like one spot in the middle of Goa where you can actually set it up. Otherwise, you have to walk the entire way through Goa without ever opening your menu, and that can be more challenging than you would think. Although, once you have Flight, it gets a lot easier.
Well, for Axe, I don't think Goa is his concern. I would imagine Axe would probably use that for the tower, and that'd be it.
Sure. I think right now, the only reason you're still making checks is you want more tools for Goa, honestly.
Right.
If they happen to help you in the tower too, great, but you also have to head over here to hit Chiron anyways, because you need to set up the Moto 1 fight.
Yep.
Meanwhile, it appears Sho has made his way into Fog Lamp. Which...
He is. Yeah, Sho does have the Fog Lamp. It looks like Axe is stealing a bunch of battle armor. Or ceramic armor, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it is I believe it's higher defense than battle armor, which is what they already have.
He can also sell that. Oh, Orb of Fire is a big thing too, because
yeah,
anything that's weak to fire, Orb of Fire is fantastic.
Yeah.
Get himself a fire bracelet. You're golden.
All right, looks like we are just looking to make money.
Boss music in Swan is tripping me up.
Alright, done some restocking, and we are heading into Goa now. Of course, we can use Flight to get around these statues just fine.
Yeah, so
Mostly just fine.
The statue glitch, the statue bypass, whatever. You can use flight to get around those without the need of barriers. So,
Yep.
With these flag sets, you're able to do that as opposed to needing barriers. Some of the flag sets will disable that, so you get smacked around quite a bit. Oh, he stomped on Stom. Oh, he's really stomping on Stom. Jeez.
All right.
Set himself up a sword charge glitch to get him level 2 Thunder. Oh, he's not weak to Thunder.
Just decided to go ahead and blind set up a sword charge glitch. Had a 75% chance of having a level 2 sword.
Yeah.
Could always
It's
reset
fire.
for wind. But yeah.
Yeah, it's fire, so he's no time lost. And Mato being weak to fire is probably best case scenario at this point.
Yeah, with this set of orbs, maybe Thunder, but I don't know. Disguise, there's that change.
Exchange. So we've got the option to maybe turn into Rillis. That's about it. I guess Brokahana too.
Yeah, I mean, we did just beat Mono 1, so that is definitely something you can do with change.
We don't have telepathy, so we can't check Deo yet.
No, we have telepathy.
Do we have telepathy? Oh,
Yeah.
we do have telepathy.
We have telepathize.
Telepathize. I'm sorry. So we got Deo, we've got Brokahana. He's checking Brokahana now. What was
You now
that?
have Go, which is teleport.
Oh, okay.
Now we're really in Go mode. All right. You'll love to see it.
Yeah. So we're down just the Tetrarchs, really. Axe can just go and kill everything and go at this point.
I mean, technically, he's been able to for a while. He's still been checking some things. Again, I think just looking for some kind of better combat tool. Still needs to be level... Still probably needs a couple of levels. We prefer not to do the end game at level 8.
Yeah, with these flag sets, the tower is max scaling, so the tower's going to kick your butt.
Alright, looks like Axe is just checking the one chest that's very near the door in Oasis Cave and
Ew.
abandoning the other 3 checks.
It was a mirrored shield, not necessary. He's got a better shield. He's got Psycho Shield, so...
Yep. Meanwhile, Sho has finally made it to Sabera's Fortress. Did pick up that Carissa plant out of ESI, which we know is vitally important.
Axe is going in the back way to Goa gets you straight to Mato's area, so... He's gonna, if he wants to progress any further, he's got Mato 2 to deal with.
Yep.
Got a statue of gold, so if he wants to get that orb of wind.
I could see going and picking that up if you find a different wind upgrade while you're here in Goa and you don't find any of the other bracelets. I could see
Right.
going and picking that up just to have a bracelet you can store charge glitch with. And honestly, Tornado Bracelet is not that bad for like the tower.
He wants that opal statue that he popped in the swamp.
Yep.
Chris has said Ball of Wind is on Saber West, so
That's
Get that-
true. That's true. Sho picked that up from... No, it wasn't Saber West. It was Amazonas. I remember that now. It was in Aurelius's basement.
gotcha. So getting that plus that would get you a bracelet, And wind bracelet's not the worst thing to have in tower. You can push some of those robots down the.
Yeah, honestly, Tornado Bracelet is my second favorite bracelet to use in tower. Flame Bracelet, I think, is still the best, but...
Oh, here's Mato 2. Let's see. Mato 2, not weak to fire. Let's see what he's weak to. Be wind. Please be wind. Nope, not ice. Pop it Obel.
Probably going to figure out what he's weak to and then immediately reset.
Oh,
All
it's
right,
thunder. Yeah,
there's the reset.
Oh, what a great spot for Mato 2 to stop. You can poke him a couple times.
Alright, Show going through the upper floor again, and then Wild worked out. Wild worked out because he's at 0 HP, pretty much.
Yeah, he's getting smacked around a bit over here. Although Mato 2 is not being kind to Axe either.
It sounds like
man.
typical.
Oh man!
Oh, there goes that opal. You're probably fine with using it here, but like,
yeah, you hate to have it happen though, because
yeah. But I think of all the bosses you have left, this is the one you're most likely to want to use it.
right, yeah. Zero says Show died at Vampire 2 after Vampire 2.
Yep.
He's checking the
Pocket Rooster.
Sleeping Kensu here. I don't know if did Axe check this?
Yeah, it was nothing. Oh no, it was the bow. It was not nothing.
That is something.
So I believe that's Show now at 2 bows, Sun and Truth. Actually, it might be all 3 because I think the third one was on Vampire. We'll see next time he pauses.
And I know Axe right now, with all 4 swords and all 3 bows, he's probably like, oh god. My opponent is going. So every move he makes is sort of stressful.
Yeah, you got to think when you get everything that early, you got to be worried that so did your opponent. You know?
Right, exactly, yeah.
Now, we know that Show is kind of a ways behind at the moment because he's done a lot of checks that ended up not panning out. But Axe doesn't have any way of knowing that.
No, right. Kelbest too had a very favorable. Oh, there's a flame bracelet.
There we go. All right.
You're good to go. Just finish this. Yeah.
Yeah, I think at this point, if I'm Axe, I stop checking chest. Yep. I just go.
Check nothing and go. Flame bracelet's the best bracelet to have for the tower. Get one more level, you're fine. But you'll probably get that on the way.
Okay, Axe picked up the one chest that was literally on the way, but yeah, you can see he's skipping the 2 side chests on Sabera's floor. The one thing we might see here is if Sabera 2 ends up being weak to wind, we could see him go backtrack to set up a sword charge glitch.
Right, yeah.
But she's not weak to wind. And I think with a level 2 sword, you just fight it out. It's
yeah, Axe is fine here. He'll finish this up. He'll take this out. Get Axe is sitting pretty at this point.
This is definitely Axe's race to lose at this point.
Oh, absolutely. I would imagine this is a sub-hour seed.
Yeah.
And with this flag set, jet seeds aren't that common, so this is interesting to see one like this. Plus, with the potential for divergence like this, Axe just made all the right moves early.
Yeah. It helps that, like, if you focused real hard on the required path, like, you know, you go straight to ESI when you have access to it. As soon as you get the Sword of Water, you go to the Cordell region. You do all of that stuff. You kind of immediately get... Oh, by the way, that I can confirm, Sho has all 3 bows, yeah.
Yep.
But you kind of... All 3 bows just kind of end up in your lap. Like,
Yeah,
you don't have to search for them.
Now, the other thing, though, for Axe is probably feeling, oh crap, this came about pretty easily. Is my opponent, are they the same spot I am?
Yeah.
Because Axe and Sho are both very good runners to this randomizer.
Oh, absolutely. I wonder if you're in Sho's shoes right now, how worried you feel. Because maybe if you're in Sho's shoes, you don't feel as... Like, you don't feel like it came to you quite as quickly as it did for Axe. So maybe you don't feel as worried, but at the same time, I feel like Sho probably knows he's been struggling a little bit. You know, 1 or 2 little deaths and some warp boot management issues.
Right. So Axe has to still, according to the tracker, still has to kill Kelbest 2 and Carmine. And that's it.
Kelbesk 1.
Oh,
yes,
1, sorry. Yeah.
He's killed one of the Kelbesks.
But Kelbest 2 at this point. 1 is cake.
Yeah.
Very peaceful and somber music for Carmine.
Yep. Alright, Sho has picked up his flight and is flying straight out of Pyramid. Is electing not to do the crypt dive that Axe did, and is heading straight for Sahara, and presumably Goa after that.
Carmine 1 is Carmine only is down. What ring was that? Sho ring. That's the warrior ring, right?
No, I believe that's the shield ring.
Oh,
because
right.
it's not having the warrior ring effect.
That's right.
Alright,
so
Axe is doubling back to go clean up Kelbesk 1. Meanwhile, Sho has made it to Goa Valley and is heading up to Goa, at the very least to set that checkpoint. Yep, got the warp. Now the question is, does Axe know that the Sho ring is the shield ring? Or is he just going to wear it because he thinks it might be the power ring? You can obviously tell it's not the warrior ring because it's not having the warrior ring effect, but he's got it equipped like it's doing something useful. We are buying magic rings from Sahara. And we are on our way to Crypt. Oh, nope. We're gonna do one last stop. Got refresh for it. Alright. Not a bad thing to see.
sorry, I had some technical difficulties. My headset kicked off.
No worries. You missed Axe taking quick work of Kelbesk 1 and picking up refresh from Dio.
Oh wow, that's
to the crypt.
So he's rolling in. Maybe not sub-hour, but it's gonna be close.
Yeah.
He's
Right
only
around...
level 9 though, so that's gonna he'll get that one extra level. Level 10.
Oh yeah. The level is a little rough. Especially not having the power ring.
Right.
Although, I don't know if you heard me while you were having your technical difficulties. I don't know if Axeman knows that the show ring is the shield ring.
Does he have it equipped?
He has it equipped like it's doing something useful.
Well, he gets hit with a projectile, he'll figure it out. Chris says, is it refresh or restore?
I'm pretty sure it is refresh and not recover. Because recover would be Asuna, not cure.
Gotcha. Well, Axe is trying to get
he's
that.
got refresh.
He is getting that extra level, trying to get to level 11. 10 in the tower is gonna be a pain in the butt. Like, that's gonna...
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But
yeah.
These enemies are giving quite a bit of experience. Getting to 11 isn't that hard. Honestly...
I think he's gonna go with 11, yeah.
Yeah, I think you could justify there going for 12, honestly. Although it's a lot easier for me to say, because I can see that Sho is pretty far behind at this point.
I wouldn't do it at 11, but Axe pioneering the tasks of this, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah. Now, I have no doubt that he'll be able to do it at 11. Just a question of, you know, there's always the trade-off of, like, if I do this at 11, is it slower or faster than doing it at 12? You know, there's the extra grind time, but then there's the time I speed up, I save with doing extra damage to Dragon 2 and all the tower robots.
Well, any runner doing vanilla battle stuff you're up against is Axe is the one that's going to take care of it. So.
Yep. All right. Sho has entered Goa Fortress. Looks like he's doing it from the front, so is fighting Carmine here.
Oh, this next round of he got noopered.
He got noopered and does not have either an anti-slime pill or an open statue.
He got
so
hit
we're starting
by
this fight over.
A little slime there wobbling around. Thank you, Zero, for the emotes there.
Alright, so...
Loved it. You loved it. You hate to see it, but you love to see it.
Now, what I didn't catch is if Sho got any of the other chests on Carmine's floor, and if there's anything good in any of them. Or is Sho also just kind of go-moding through this dungeon?
My eyes have been on Axe at this point, so...
Same. Sho now in the Sabera 2 fight.
He found a spot there, so he won't get hit by those lasers. Without a barrier, Dinah's going to be interesting. Going to be fun.
Yeah, although you have 1,000,000 magic rings and refresh. I feel like you're probably fine for an aggro Dinah.
Looks like we're going to get through Dragon 2. Dragon is easily good without sliming. Oh, interesting music for the tower.
Right? The one downside to the randomized music is that, like, I like the disorienting effect it has with the randomized wild warps, but there are some times where it just gives you absolute stinkers for some of the scenes.
Yeah, some of the music is... At least it's not the Baby Elephant Walk, though. I brought up on YouTube just the other day that raised me and Sho. Oh, that was one of the best times. Matrick hated it, and it made me happy. This helicopter's Not being nice to Axo.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, R2D2.
Oh boy. Yeah, no power ring here, and only level 11 is making these white robots take quite a bit of work.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Sho has made it through Sabera 2.
But having the flame bracelet is the best bracelet to have for the tower.
Yeah. Nope. Axe attempting to push that gold robot down the staircase, which is good enough for getting them considered dead for the tower rolls, but robot managed to catch itself on the handrail there.
As you're seeing from Axo, if you can, with the flame bracelet, if you can pin them in that one corner, it's the, I mean, that'll do the most damage quickly. There you go. That's good. Yeah.
Joe is checking these side chests on Sabera's floor. Looks like the first one, the one in the lower right, was the hazmat suit.
So we have, we have plenty. I didn't realize how many magic rings we had. Ooh.
Oh yeah, Axe absolutely sucked. He even bought a couple of more in Sahara. Like, who buys magic rings? You gotta have a lot of cash to buy magic rings.
Did he buy or steal them?
I think he got them at a discount.
Sold for a discount, thank you.
Yeah. There is the 1 hour mark, by the way.
Yep, so no sub-hour, but...
Pretty dang close. Like, third floor tower at the hour mark is, not bad.
Oh, yeah, that's this... If ever you see it, if you were ever to see a jet scene in these flag sets, this is it.
Yeah.
That helicopter. The Robocopter wants, nothing to do with Axo. That was a good flame bracelet from Axe.
Right. Meanwhile, Sho working on Kelbesk 2, taking a second swing at it.
I'll be interested to see how Axe handles Dinah.
I think he's just gonna go full aggro. You've got Refresh, you've got a bunch of magic rings.
Ooh, that helicopter's not being nice.
Helicopters are out for blood today, but Axe has made it through the tower.
Full magic, full health. He has Crystalis. He's ready to go.
Okay, I guess he only has one ring left in reserve, because he had to use a bunch in the tower, but... I suspect Axe is just gonna go for Dinah directly and just dodge. Dodge and heal, yeah.
The music. We have GLaDOS. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the randomizer, we have they have buffed Dinah. So the defense pods there, as Axe is shooting at right now, will shoot out little sort of bullet hell style things for you to dodge. In the vanilla, all you have to do is step up to that little arrow, and they can't hurt you. It's basically a free fight. But the randomizer, we have buffed it up a little bit, so you don't get a free fight here.
And it looks like Axe did get worried and has decided to start going for the side pods. Yep.
You kill the side pods, though, it's free.
Yep. If you have barrier, it's also free.
Fun fact, one of the community races was the day they debuted that chain. Me, Cross, Matrick, and somebody else, I forget. Tornell, I think. And yeah, we were very shocked.
There we go. Axe has finished
And-
with an official race time of 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 10 seconds.
Ooh,
Meanwhile,
Mado
Show taking another death to Moto 2. Moto 2 not playing nice despite having the flame bracelet.
Axe has the win. GG's to Axe.
We will hopefully get him in here for an interview shortly.
It was Taskbot did it though. The X-Man has finished first place with a time of 1:03:10. 1 hour, 3 minutes, 10 seconds. Oh, that was you that posted that, sorry.
Yeah.
GG's!
GG.
Oh,
So what did you think about that seed?
that was a seed, and it had some interesting names in there. And I thought I'd seen all the names, but
Yeah,
And-
I think there's like a I don't know 1-2% chance of if you have unidentified items off, it just decides to go for misspelling every single name in the game. Every
that's
single
awesome.
item.
And I mean, and one of them was like the show ring, which was just absolutely awesome. I decided I had to equip it the rest of the game, and then I realized I think that was the shield ring.
It was.
And it was not helping me.
I was wondering about that. If you knew what it was.
No. Yeah, I don't know. I guess, like, I was hoping. Yeah, I shouldn't have dove the crypt right away. Like, it just ran up my scaling.
Show just decided he was done with Mado and sort of glitched into level 3.
Oh yeah.
He said, forget you, Mado, I'm gonna...
Wait, does he have refresh?
Not yet.
Okay, so so that's the thing with these flags is if you don't get refresh till late, you've got to throw away the magic rings because otherwise, you're just gonna not have any room for your herbs, which you need.
Right, yeah.
And then the other, like you can always grab a whole bunch more herbs for 1,000 each at Sahara.
So what did you think when you got all 4 swords and all 3 bows so early?
That was pretty amazing. This should have been a sub 50 seed, but like we didn't have any power, and so I was a little like we had no accessories, and
Right.
I was a little worried that we would get a bracelet, and then Flame Bracelet popped up, and it was like, okay, let's go.
Well, you didn't have access.
I saw as soon as you got that flame bracelet, you stopped checking things. Like you're just like,
Yep.
all right, that's good enough. We're just
Yeah.
running through the rest of the seed.
Well, you didn't have access to the Goa side until 35, 40 minutes, maybe?
Yeah, especially since it took me like 2 minutes to do that stupid ghetto flight.
Yeah. I didn't feel as bad about the race that I lost that one time.
I was
Yeah.
saying it's because you practiced too much of the glitchless run, right?
I guess so. That's got to be it. Yeah, I shouldn't have done the glitchless.
We're
No,
still
wait,
we're still disqualifying you because of task bot, so
Oh, sorry. Free task bot. I couldn't get his eyes didn't want to come on, so he's been asleep anyway.
but yeah, it was that was a
You were
great that was
technically in go mode at the 32-minute mark. You can see 32:54. You get flight, and then it's just a list of all the bosses. After that, like.
Patrick is trolling you in chat, by the way.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was a lot. I don't. The last time I did a practice and I had that, it was the same way.
We like watching your your reaction too after you got all the bows and the swords. You're like, oh right.
Yeah, that was it was a fun one, but it wasn't very generous as far as
It's
So
like,
wait, is Show looking like for his ring?
I'm not sure
no,
what shows
I think Show
I mean,
is
this
also
anything.
just looking for combat upgrades. Like, Show is also in Go mode. Like, you basically had to be in Go mode before you get
Yeah.
to the Goa region because all the bows were just handed to you.
Oh, it was right there.
I
That would've
think
been
so. I
nice.
think that was boring.
That is not the shield ring. Wow.
You well, I mean, and you did tower at what, a level 11.
Level
so,
11. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that was not a kind tower.
No, especially when your accessory, the only accessory you have is the show ring.
You're right. Yeah. Well, I thought show ring was the warrior ring. I thought we had decided that a long
I thought
time
so
ago.
too when I got it. I thought it was always the warrior ring. But it ended up being.
Well, I ran one the other day when I thought Tornell's Bane was always the shell flute, and that wasn't the case. So.
Okay, let's see if he checks this, because I believe there was something awesome on Brokahana.
I think it was teleport.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
It was,
Or
it was
go.
Which, like,
rather.
ended up.
Yeah.
But there wasn't, like, any more teleporting to do after this, so.
Yeah.
And Wild Warp was not very generous with you. I mean, the Wild Warp was pretty
Yeah.
stale.
Yeah, we had to do. It was pretty vanilla as far as.
Yeah, that kind of bit Show. He lost his boots twice and had to do the walk of shame.
Oh no.
Yeah, Show struggled a little bit with the warp boot management, and yeah, we had a required hell run.
That's right. Yeah, that was fun.
Mhm.
I bet you guys enjoyed that.
Oh,
You were so close to keeping your opal in that.
I know.
runs.
Yeah.
Like, you paused like
One
a
dot
frame
away.
earlier, and I think you get it.
one dot
definitely-
away, one little
we
click
definitely-
away.
Enjoyed seeing
Yeah.
the Nooper beam get you.
That's right. And then I got slimed on Dragon.
Yeah,
So yeah, I there was some not so.
very very upset that you didn't finish the fight as a slime, but you know.
Yeah, I guess I thought I was still holding down the button, but I guess I must have let it go.
And
But
you,
I don't
go
think
ahead, sorry.
that one shot would have been enough.
no, it wouldn't have, but
Yeah.
I can still hope.
And I had no yeah, if I had any opals I would have popped it, but
And then, what was it, Dinah? You decided to, you went ahead and it's like, I'm gonna kill these pods.
yeah. I don't know. I might have made it, but like I was kind of like, let's just
It was a little tight. It was gonna get a little tight. So
yeah.
I
It
definitely
feels like
understand
sometimes
playing it safe there.
yeah. I thought this would have been a lot closer because like I don't know, I made so many mistakes.
I feel
Show
like
also struggled. And,
And
Oh,
this-
okay.
at this point, I think Show when he
Weird
saw. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say Show died twice or died once in Evil Spirit Island and had to warp out because he had one hit point.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
butterflies were vicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a yeah, we had Hellways, we had a lot of combat with like no upgrades and no no accessories. So this was like a pretty brutal challenge seed, despite getting everything, you know, all the swords and bows right away.
Yeah, that was It's. Well,
You
I
got
said
all
this is
the-
gonna be a sub-hour pretty quickly, and I'm like, this is gonna be a sub-hour
yeah.
seed.
You got all the logical progression, but you didn't get any of the combat, any of the quality of life. Like,
No. Do I have any words for my rival Mishama? You know, as usual, like Stom, I'll be waiting.
that reminds
No, I
me
mean, but their match was done a lot earlier.
Act playing Mishama next.
That's right,
That
yeah.
should be a good match. And Go, having lost this match, will be playing Leaf next, down in the lower bracket.
Well, and Show and I also have the Battle of the Band Directors coming up here soon.
Oh, is that scheduled?
We haven't scheduled it yet, but this is East Coast versus West Coast. So, yeah. It shows going ahead and fighting Dragon 2 now. He's got He's got the flame bracelet, so level
Did
12.
he pick up refresh from Deo?
No, he did
No,
not.
he did not, but he should be okay at level 12 at this point.
Yeah, he's got the power ring, so yeah,
Yeah, he'll be
it's gonna
fine.
go a lot faster for him.
I think the other thing that Show did that made a significant difference in this race is just when you picked up that Sword of Water, or was it Sword of Water that was on Mount Saber West, right? And you just
I think so,
left
yeah.
immediately. Like you
Yeah.
just got out of there. It's like, okay, I'm going over to Carissa Plant. I'm using that to get to Cordell.
I was
We're
really
gonna
worried
do
about that the whole
the
time.
entire rage thing. Yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't really miss anything. The love pendant was at the
Oh.
top of
Oh,
Saber West, which
okay.
must be what Arillis wanted, and I don't think Show ever went and traded it in.
Oh,
I think it is
okay.
still in inventory.
huh. Yeah, change was so
Amazon.
late and didn't matter at all.
Yeah,
Except that it was nice to have refresh.
yeah. You got refresh and teleport out of it.
At the ball.
That's right,
You know,
yeah.
For all you know, Arillis was also barrier.
Yeah.
Crow is doing a pretty good job at the tower right now.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be a lot faster than me.
You were level what, 10? 11?
I was 11, but I was doing so little damage against everything that it was.
Yeah, the extra level in the power ring especially the power ring, makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Well, you had a couple of helicopters that were bugging you a bit.
Yeah, and I didn't have any opals, so I had to be careful. Like I had no opals and being underpowered, I really had to be careful.
I think Show
Yeah.
also checked like waterfall and fog lamp, and it basically just ended up checking a bunch of extra caves that just didn't matter in the end, you know? And that's just
Oh,
how
yeah.
it goes with randomizers sometimes, you know?
And sad
Oh,
we didn't
yeah.
have speed boots or warrior ring.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if he would have gotten speed boots or warrior ring. I was considering going to Stixie just because it would have been so many items that might have been helpful.
It was Styx. It was spelled correctly this time. Styx.
Oh really?
That code corrected me on that one this time.
I'm pretty sure that's where the entire idea of randomly misspelling items came from, is
I think
Yeah.
so.
being misspelled Pixie.
Yeah, there had to be some good stuff there. I bet like speed boots and probably like a bracelet or two was there.
So what
I
do you
did get
think? Oh, sorry,
So I
go
got
ahead.
the gold statue somewhere, which I know was that was a wind power up.
So
The
I
other
always.
Oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry. I was
Go
just
ahead.
I always ask Code about this. How disorienting is it as a running this with the randomized palettes, the randomized music? How does it confuse you sometimes? Like, does it get you second guessing yourself?
Oh yeah, and yeah, because you go in these dungeons, you're kind of like, wait a minute, what which one am I in? Oh no, and Show has to do this with no healing, except for
Yeah. Oval.
He's got an opal. He
Okay.
had an opal.
GLaDOS defense pod.
Yeah, no, I feel like this should have been like sub 50 minutes, but
There it goes. All right, that's it. There you
all right.
go. GG's to Show. I mean, that's this seed. I mean, 117 still is a great time for any of the seeds.
Oh yeah.
We
And there he is.
Here he is.
Hello.
GG Show.
So why Blue
GGs.
Devils? Why Blue Devils?
Mechanic.
Sorry. No. Yeah, we were talking about just how did you feel? All four swords and all three bows so early.
I mean, go mode early. Flight was the kicker, and then of course just nothing great to level with. No items.
Yeah, I
It was
know.
rough.
Yeah, it gave you all the logical progression and none of the combat progression.
Yeah,
But we
It's like,
did
I
get
don't
the
know,
show
you figure
ring.
it out.
yeah. Found the show ring, which was not the real show ring. Everybody.
You'll have to take that one up with Steve.
I thought it was the warrior ring. I was like, oh, that's the warrior ring. And Code's like, no, that's not.
No.
I thought maybe.
To be fair, I didn't know until Axe started stabbing with it and no shots came out, so...
Yeah, I was kind of like, what? Is something messed up here? Is it the power ring? I guess it can't be the... Yeah, it's either shield ring or... yeah.
Just so slow. Everything's so slow.
Yeah, Peters.
Oh, yeah. I felt like, yeah, my time was slow too, but...
I don't think an hour and 3 is slow.
Well, when we saw the swords and the bows, you're like, this is easily a
Yeah.
sub hour.
When
Easily
you
a
have
sub
go
hour.
mode, and it's not even 33 minutes.
Oh, I wasn't even in go mode till 50 minutes in, so
Oh.
there's that.
Yeah, I think the big difference there is just you end up checking a lot of extra places that Axe just never went to. Stuff like the top part of Mount Saber, Axe noped out as soon as he got the Sword of Water on Mount Saber West. I don't think Axe ever did Fog Lamp or Waterfall. A couple of these places that just didn't end up mattering.
I mean, I found all the mimic chests.
Axe took, once he got what he needed, he just went. And you took the sort of the logical safe route, which most people would do, and Axe is like, let's go. So
I mean, I was level 7 when I found flight. I mean, there was... I don't know if I can finish the game at level 7.
Yeah.
At least not
Deo
without
had
him.
teleport. All you needed to do was walk one screen.
Dale had Refresh, you mean?
Deo had, refresh, right. Brokahana had teleport.
Oh, of course.
it was
Yeah.
no, it was called Go.
Items that would definitely have helped. I did die a lot.
Yeah, four deaths. That's
4 recorded deaths.
Oh, I didn't have any, huh?
you got slapped around. Oh, so Battle of the Bands. When?
Whenever we need to do it, definitely sometime soon.
West Coast versus East Coast. So.
No, got to definitely do the Battle of the Bands here soon.
No, this was a really fun race to watch. It was really tight early on, and then when Axe just decided to not check the safe checks, he was like, "See ya."
Yeah, I mean that definitely pays off, but sometimes it'll bite you in the butt.
It can, yeah, absolutely. So,
a lot of these practices have been an hour and a half, hour 25, because some bow is off in the middle of nowhere, or flight is, very deep somewhere. So that's
Axe
at least how
also-
my practice has been coming out.
he could have also gotten Newport a couple more times in the Dragon 2 fight.
Yeah. Yeah, my
Also-
Dragon 2 fight was... I never got Power Ring, so I stayed on level 11 at the end, so...
Oh,
Yeah, so
Well,
you put on a clinic in the tower. You cruised for that. That was nice.
well, powering helps. Being level 12 helps. I mean, not having any healing. I mean, I was so worried. I was like, well, I've got nothing, and I'm really bad at tower. I get hit by everything. That stupid helicopter, always comes out and bites me in the butt. So, but finding powering, I was like, okay, I've got something. But by the time I found Power Ring, I think you already finished. So it didn't
Well,
matter.
but wait, looking at the times and stuff, the race was closer than it looks. It was a lot closer than it looks. So
Yeah, because once I killed the bosses, I mean everything was real fast. The Goa Palace or whatever was basically straight through. And I was like, I'll check a couple of things. And then,
well, it took both of you forever to even get over that area.
yeah, it was a long time.
Yeah.
It is a little unusual to, be 30 minutes into a seed and not have access to the entire back half of the game at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't be disappointed if we don't have to do Ghetto Flight the rest of this tournament.
Oh, Ghetto Flight. Yeah, I was like, oh man.
I didn't feel as bad after watching that. I was like, all right, okay. Although to be fair, it was a question mark when I lost that one. I wasn't sure if it was even activated.
But this has been a fun flag set. The Wild Warp has definitely made the Wild Warp with all the weird maps and changes of music has made given it a lot of challenge and a lot of fun.
Well, this Wild Warp, you didn't have much of anything to go with. This wasn't nice to you at all. Some of the flags I've played a few of these, and the Wild Warp's really generous, and this one was like, nah. Good luck.
Yeah, the past few practices, other than the weekly seeds, have been only 4 places or 5 places. It's nothing. So,
Yeah, it definitely seems very feast or famine at times
Yes.
with the number of Wild
Yeah.
Warp locations.
this one fairly straightforward. I'm like, well, I guess I'm basically doing the story in vanilla progress.
Yep.
Well, it started off too with that windmill key early.
Yeah.
It's like, here you go. What do you do? And one, I think it was Axe went. One of you went directly there, and one of you said, "No, I'm going to wild warp around a bit."
Yeah, I think I warped after that.
Yeah.
Or, well, I went straight to use the windmill key, and then I did warping around.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and then Show decided I'm going to go through.
Which turned out to be a lot of mimic chests and the wind sword or something like that.
Hey, you found them all. That's good.
And then I regret. I'm like, wait, I didn't finish the cave.
You found 11 out of 12 mimics. Axe found 5.
Yeah. Found all the Gozens in this seed, everybody.
Hey, that's a win in itself.
I think we're pretty much wrapped up here. Any last thoughts on this seed? Anyone?
Well, take more risks, everybody. When you're facing the good people, take risks. Don't be safe like me.
Yeah, risk in moderation. And that's where the practice comes in. You gotta learn where you can take the risks. And
But both of you played extremely well. I mean, it was a really well played race. It wasn't like, oh, one of you just did so much better. It was really well played. So it was fun to watch.
Yeah, one of these
I,
days I'll get a
dropped the,
sub 110.
I dropped the randomizer website in chat.
Well, you're guaranteed.
From that.
Show you're guaranteed to win against me when we have the Battle of the Bands. So.
And what's the next
next
race?
match in the
I
tournament
don't
is gonna be
know. I
myself
haven't won any of the
and
Battle of the
Zero.
Bands yet.
So
Tomorrow.
we have a race tomorrow evening. I forget what time of day it is, but I can pull
9
it up
Eastern.
here shortly. 9 Eastern.
All
All right.
Oh, I want to throw out a big thank you to Axe too for working me into this, because I can't race in this tournament because I just haven't had the time. But thank you for working this in so I could commentate and sort of be
No
involved
problem.
with it.
Thanks for joining us.
Because the community is just fantastic, and I love hanging out with you guys and love doing this with you guys. So it's just been fantastic. So if you're watching and you're not involved with the community, come join us. We're a lot of fun. just check us out. You know, everybody's cool except for Matrick. I'm just kidding. He's fine. So, is he still in chat? I don't know if he's still in chat. But no, I mean, it's just it's a blast, and I've missed hanging out with this group. The summer's been crazy for me. I haven't been able to be around, but usually in the summers we all hang out. We all have a great time. Baby elephant walk, whatever you want to do. So,
That is definitely going to be in the Battle of the Bands.
oh, it's got it absolutely the whole seed baby elephant walk.
Well, I got to redeem myself. I'm like 0-2 in the Battle of the Bands, and you've knocked me out twice from the tournament. So.
I have. Well, I haven't played in a long time, so. But no, it's been great, and you guys are all fantastic, and these are some great runners. Watch us, come join us, come see the tournament, and best of luck to everybody in the tournament going forward. So,
one last thing before we finish up here, I just want to note that I had my copy here just a second ago. One moment. Sorry. Yes, SG Live tickets are still available, and they are also looking for volunteers still. So if either of that sounds interesting to you, check out the Speedgaming Live website for more information on that. Speedgaming is kind enough to host these tournaments for us, so definitely check them out if you get the chance.
yes, thank you, Speedgaming, thank you, Trenton, for setting us up tonight, and everybody else. So.
And I think with that, we will wrap it up there. Thank you, everyone, for coming out to watch, and we'll see you again tomorrow for another race.
Yep. GG's Axe and Show. Great show tonight.
GG's.
And thank you. Who was tracking tonight? It was
Just Chris.
Thank you.
Just Chris. Thank you, Just Chris, for tracking. Great job. Fantastic. I was not paying attention half the time, so you were fantastic.
All right. Good night, everybody.
All right, good night. Thank you, guys. GG's.